Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Sunday, August 24th, 2025, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App $ ORION NWSF or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got the Athletics versus the Seattle Mariners. First pitch is going to be here in roughly 5 minutes. So let's cue up the music, take a look at the thumb, and let's get into the starting lineups. Happy Sunday, everyone. And on the thumb, on the left, center fielder stud for the Athletics, Lawrence Butler. And on the right, a stud of our own, center fielder, J-Rod, Julio Rodriguez. Now let's get into the starting lineups here first for the visiting Athletics. Leading off for the Athletics at first base, Nick Kurtz. Batting second, DHing today for the A's, Shea Langeliers. Batting third, playing right field this afternoon, Brent Rooker. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, left fielder, Tyler Soderstrom. Batting fifth, playing shortstop for the A's, Jacob Wilson. Batting sixth, playing center field, Lawrence Butler. Batting seventh, playing second base, Daryl Hernandez. Batting eighth, catching today for the Athletics, Willie Lukieber. And batting ninth, playing third base, Brett Harris. And on the mound for the Athletics, 7-6 record, an ERA of 3.28. The southpaw, Jacob Lopez. And now let's get into the starting lineups for your Seattle Mariners. Leading off for the Mariners in left field, Randy Arozarena. Batting second, catching today for Seattle, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Batting third, playing center field, Julio Rodriguez. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. Batting fifth, playing first base, Josh Naylor. Batting sixth, DHing today for Seattle, Mitch Garver. Batting seventh, playing second base, Jorge Polanco. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, J.P. Crawford. And batting ninth, playing right field, it is Victor Robles. And on the mound for the Mariners with a 3-5 record, an ERA of 3.83, it is Walter, a.k.a. Logan Gilbert. And as long as he doesn't pitch like he did against Philadelphia, we'll be just fine. We got to shoot for 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits. Hopefully Logan gives up 3 runs or less. And again, the bats need to be better. You know, when you only get 3 hits all game, yeah, we got 1 home run, but that's not enough. And again, it was kind of a heartbreaking loss yesterday. Definitely a game that we could have won, should have won, but coulda, woulda, shoulda doesn't really matter in MLB. And again, this is a time for us to be able to man up, step up, win the series, and then we got a really tough one coming up, obviously, starting tomorrow with the Padres, the first start of the Vetter Cup. So, you know, the Padres are much better than the A's. They are going to be going to the playoffs. The Athletics, not so much, but it shows you sometimes when you play down to the competition, like the Athletics and the Angels, we have a harder time playing those two teams. You even if their records aren't good compared to the Astros and Rangers, where we kind of bring it and we know what we're getting into and we kind of play up to the competition. So we know we're going to play up to the competition with the Padres, but we just don't really know how starting pitching, the bullpen, as well as the hitting is going to come alive. About 50% of the runs this year have come by the home run. So I'm hoping that we can get 2 to 4 home runs today. And if we do get some home runs, hopefully they won't just be solo dingers. And hopefully we can end up getting on the board. But on the flip side, we've struggled mightily going against lefties, and it feels like every fucking team is throwing a lefty at us. Lefty starter, lefty guys in the pen, and again, our righty lineup isn't as good, but again, something has got to give. We have to win today. This is a must-win game after dropping yesterday, so that way we can end up going in to this series against the Padres with our head held high. We're going to be shooting for 100 likes, 100 on the Dono train, and 5 to 15 subs. Once we hit those numbers, we'll shoot for 20 to 30 subs, 125 to 150 likes, and then if we end up hitting the Dono goal like we have in the last 2 days, then we'll go from 100 to 200. Leading off for the Athletics, first baseman Nick Kurtz. On deck, DHing today, Shea Langeliers. And batting third, playing right field, Brent Rooker. Let's go, Logan. We're going to need you, man. And again, we hope that, he doesn't give up hit after hit after hit. I mean, watching that Padres, highlight reel over the last few weeks and seeing what we're going to be going against in the next 3 days, it's going to be challenging. But again, we saw how good Philadelphia was. And, the Padres, the Dodgers, the Brewers, and the Cubs are on that Philly level. So, I mean, we're really going to have to step up. And how we do that is getting to win number 70 at T-Mobile here today. Marine Bean in the building, what's good? Brent in the building, what's good? Daniel in the building, what's good? Yeah, I've been watching Kurtz ever since he got, obviously called up. Jacob Wilson actually was the guy that was, potentially going to be the guy that was going to win Rookie of the Year until Kurtz kind of came up and got hot, especially in that matchup where he ended up hitting 4 home runs in a single game like Gino did earlier in the year. And so now the Jacob Wilson talk is a little bit back on the back burner, but very talented duo in Jacob Wilson and Nick Kurtz. So hopefully we can limit the damage here today. And again, the bats need to come alive, and we need the starting pitching to be good for Logan Gilbert. Hopefully he can pitch at least into the 5th inning. He hasn't really been going 6 innings that often, and he's not Brian Wu, and at least not this year. So we'll see where it goes. First pitch for Logan Gilbert to Nick Kurtz. Takes a strike swinging right down the middle. 0-1 count. I like that. Nice job by Logan on the first pitch. It's not like 5 feet off the plate. 0-1 count from Gilbert to Kurtz. 0-1 pitch. Slider high and inside. 87 miles an hour by Logan Gilbert. 1 ball and 1 strike to Nick Kurtz. Let's go, Logan. 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss by Nick Kurtz. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Logan Gilbert. Let's go, baby. Top of the first inning, 0-0 here early between the Athletics and the Mariners. 1-2 pitch. Low and away. Could have been called strike. It was on the line, but he doesn't get the call. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Kurtz, and hopefully the ump will be a little bit better than yesterday. There was a lot of pitches that were outside the box that were called strike, and in the box that were called ball. So I want to see some clarity here today, and I'm not saying that the ump cost us the game. The Mariners cost us the game, but we'll see where it goes here today. 2-2 pitch, big swing and a miss, and that is my boy, Logan Gilbert, a.k.a. Walter, getting a punch out on his first batter. That's the electricity that I like to see. Nice job, Walter. Down goes Kurtz, 1 away. Beautiful. Next up, DHing in the 2-hole, Shea Langeliers. And honestly, anything that we can get that doesn't resemble that Phillies matchup with Logan Gilbert, I mean, that was one of the worst pitching outings that I've seen from the Mariners in the last 2 to 3 years. And it was heartbreaking, to see someone that, normally is an all-star caliber type of pitcher and obviously has had some injuries with not only himself, but with Kirby and Bryce Miller. And hopefully those 3 will get back to true form. First pitch from Gilbert to Langeliers, fouls it off right down the middle, 0-1 count. But I can definitely tell Logan is feeling a little bit better here at home. He has a better pitcher at home, just like every starter is. And again, hitting the strike zone early and often. 0-1 pitch, big swing and a miss, low and away. Gets Langoliers to bite on a slider, 87 miles an hour, a couple inches off the plate. Nice job. No balls and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Langoliers. Kevin in the building, what's good? Hope you're doing well as well. My God. 0-2 pitch, low and at the knees. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Shea Langoliers. Yeah, and I wouldn't expect too many punch outs out of Logan Gilbert. Normally about 4 to 7, and that's pretty typical for, all the starters. Even guys like Wu that are an all-star that goes past 6 innings in every start. We're not really hitting 10 Ks for every starter like we used to. But remember, we couldn't hit back in the day in the last 3 to 4 years. This is the first year where, as a team, we're hitting, 240 to 250 instead of 180 to 220. 2-2 pitch, fouled off low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Langoliers. And 5 Ks for Gilbert, it should be doable. I wouldn't think too much more past that 7 mark unless, Gilbert ends up having 5 Ks within the first 2 innings. Then you might be able to pace for 10 or, 10 to 11, somewhere in that range. But, I would assume 4 to 7 Ks is kind of that sweet spot for Gilbert. Hopefully a lot of pop-ups and ground outs. Hopefully some good double plays, some diving catches by Robles in the outfield and Arozarena and J-Rod in the no-fly zone. And hopefully we can bring a full performance with starting pitching, bullpen, and hitting. 2-2 pitch, big swing and a miss. There we go. Kevin needs a couple more Ks, and guess what? We're going to give them to you. First 2 batters, 2 Ks. I love it. Maybe this is a game that Logan could get somewhere in that 8 to 10 K range. So far, so good. Way to bring the electricity. That Logan Gilbert from Philadelphia, who knows who that guy was, but so far, down goes Kurtz on strikes, down goes Langoliers. Let's see if he can retire the side. Next up is Brent Rooker. Great start for Logan, with all things considered. Let's go. And another good thing is that we have Cal catching instead of Mitch Garver. I think this is going to really help today. Must-win game. If we had Garver behind the plate, I'm not saying that we would lose, but obviously Garver cannot call the same type of game as big dumper Cal Raleigh. First pitch, Rooker, very aggressive, and grounds out to the shortstop. JP is there, throw to first, and that is out number 3. Nice job by Nails and Naylor there. And again, 2 Ks in the first inning. That's absolutely fantastic. I love it, baby. Let's go to the bottom of the first, and let's get on the board early. What do you say? Leading off for the Mariners in left field, Randy Arozarena. I would like us to play a little bit more small ball, work the count. And I know there's going to be certain guys that are going to be overly aggressive, looking for that pitch right down the middle that they can crack for a home run or a potential single or double. But if we can work the count and have most of the batters and most of their at-bats get to at least the 4th or 5th pitch, it's really going to help out. And obviously hitting has not been good the last 2 days, and we need to be able to turn it around. And how you turn it around is by making the pitcher tire himself out, and hopefully we'll be a little bit more patient in the box here today, even though half the lineup is a little overly aggressive. Batting second, catching today, big dumper Cal Raleigh has to start the game from the right-hand side because we go against another lefty. It's getting a little annoying at this point, but hopefully home run number 48 to tie Salvador Perez for the home run record for catchers happens today. And who knows? Maybe this is the day that he ends up hitting 2 home runs and we end up getting a magical big dumper Cal Raleigh day. And batting third, a guy that I would love to see hit a home run as well, center fielder Julio Rodriguez. He's really been holding it down lately. And again, we just want to be able to see a game where Cal, Julio, Gino, and Naylor can all crush it. And again, Garver, Polo, JP, and Robles, those might be the X factors today on the lower end of the lineup. Let's go, baby. Tridents up. Let's go, M's. Let's go, baby. I got the Julio jersey on today, so I'm looking for a good game out of Julio Rodriguez. Let's go. I know, Jacob, it's going to be an interesting series. And again, it took a while for you guys to, finally, get above the 500 record. And again, it's going to be a challenging series, especially we have the Padres, coming up in the 3-game set. So we'll see where it goes. First pitch to Arozarena, cutter for a ball. 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch, and Randy crushes it into left, and a beautiful single right out of the gates. And again, we had 3 hits yesterday total. Randy's already got 1. He had the home run yesterday. This is the Mariner team that I like to see. Nice job by Randy by getting a hit off the second pitch. And again, I want to see guys work the count, and nice job by Randy getting on base. Let's see if we can knock him in. Next up is catcher, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. I mean, nothing would make me smile bigger if Cal could homer here in the first inning, or Julio. First pitch, takes a strike looking right down the middle, 0-1 count. And hopefully the Padres don't throw all lefties as pitchers against us. I want to be able to see Cal and Polo bat from the left side rather than from the right. And the Orioles just beat the Astros. Hell yeah. Mariners only 2.5 back. Nice job by the O's. Here we go. Back. See ya. Cal Raleigh does it, baby. You ask and you shall receive. Cal Raleigh hits a 2-run blast, ties Salvador Perez with 48 home runs, the most home runs by a catcher in the last 150 years. 2-0 Mariners. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Yes. My boy. Let's go, baby. Hell yeah. You kidding me? You ask and you shall receive. You get the Cal Raleigh history, and maybe this could be the game where he hits number 49. I don't expect him to hit 3 home runs in the day, but again, home run number 49. Hopefully we get that. But again, at the moment, 2-0 Mariners. Let's go, baby. We're not losing today. We're not losing today, and let's see if Julio can give us a little magic as well. Great job by Big Dumper. First pitch, high and away, 1-0 count. Hell yeah. My boy, Cal Raleigh, let's go. Let's see if Julio can match the energy. And Julio, high and away, 2-0 count. Let's go. And that's exactly what we needed, baby. Let's go. Just tied Salvador Perez, baby, 48. And getting a home run this early in the game, there's a very good chance he hits another one today. Let's go. Kevin with a 5er. Appreciate you getting us started on a good note. Stacks, Racks with a little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. You damn right he's MVP. Let's go. Big Dumper, baby. Hell yeah. Two-0 pitch in play. And for Cal Raleigh, he pops out to second, and that is 1 away. Hopefully we get something out of Julio later in the matchup. Great job. Cal was overdue. Hell yeah. Next up is Eugenio Suarez. First pitch, fouled off right down the middle, 0-1 count. And again, we haven't been hitting the ball, very well in the last 2 games. And again, about 50% of our total runs are home runs. So hopefully this will be a game where we hit 2 to 4 home runs, and getting a home run out of Cal right out of the gates sets the tone. And not only that, he did it from the right-hand side, not the left. And that is a beautiful thing to see. MVP, 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 MVP. Let's go. 0-1 pitch, high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike from Lopez to Suarez. Let's go. And Jacob Lopez, 7-6 record for the Southpaw, ERA of 3.28. He's been pretty good as of late. 1-1 pitch, low and at the knees. 2 balls and 1 strike to Eugenio Suarez. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Gino. 2-1 pitch, big swing and a miss, low and at the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. 2-0 Seattle Mariner lead. Let's go. Hell yeah. Making history, baby. It's a great thing to see. Captain in the building. What's good? 2-2 pitch. High and away. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Lopez to Suarez. 3-2 pitch. Great eye by Gino. There we go. And he takes a walk. Nice job, Gino. Not being so overly aggressive there. I love it. Let's go. Let's keep this inning going. Put the pressure on this team. Next up, first baseman, Josh Naylor. Let's go, Nails. Let's get it, baby. First pitch from Lopez to Naylor, takes a strike swinging, low and away, 0-1 count. And this feels so good. You know, I had a feeling that we were going to get a Cal or Julio home run early within the first 2 innings to kind of set the tone. And, you know, it's kind of better that it was Cal, so that way he can get to 48 and tie Salvador Perez for the record. And, you know, maybe if we're lucky, we can end up getting the record-breaking home run here later in the matchup. Good possibility. You know, especially if they end up going with a righty late and then he crushes it from the left side. Multi-homer games, Cal can do them. 0-1 pitch, takes a strike looking, low and away. No balls and 2 strikes from Lopez to Naylor. Reflect with a 3 here, appreciate you. Stacks, racks with a little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang, thank you so much. Appreciate you. We're at 8:92 to go. Let's go, baby. Nice job by Cal Raleigh making that history, baby. 0-2 pitch, low and away with that slider, 76 miles an hour by Lopez, missing by about 5 feet. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at first and 1 out. 2-0 Mariner lead with a big dumper. Really a amazing moment, man. You know, it's just being able to kind of take this all in at a stride. 1-2 pitch, big swing and a miss, low and away, and down goes Naylor, and that is 2 away. Nice job by Lopez there, wheeling and dealing on Naylor, bringing a little bit of electricity on his end as well. Logan Gilbert with 2 Ks in the top of the first inning, much better than when he was on the road against Philadelphia. You know, we can burn that tape and never watch it again. Next up, DHing, Mitch Garver. Let's go, Mitch. If we can get a single or a walk. I mean, if he gets hit and plunked, as long as he doesn't get hurt, just find a way to continue the inning. Let's go. First pitch from Lopez to Garver, takes a strike looking right down the middle, 0-1 count. Oh-1 pitch. Low and at the knees with the slider. 1 ball and 1 strike from Lopez to Garver. I got you, Kevin. I mean, I'm not going to be right, about, every single, thing that we talk about on here, but we'll, make a few predictions each day that come true. And, no one is right 100% of the time. But again, not very many people are going to be watching, every pitch, every game, beginning to end. So we definitely put in a lot of time and energy. And we also go through the stats and the analytics as well. And, reflect in the room, very, very intelligent as well. We talk pretty daily, on things regarding the Mariners. And again, it's not just black and white. There's definitely a gray area. And if you go a little bit deeper on the stats, women lie, men lie, but stats don't lie. 1-1 pitch, fouled off, high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Lopez to Garver. 1-2 pitch, and Garv pops up and flies out to center. Better than striking out, and that is out number 3. And again, we're on the board. It is a home run party, and it just feels good that we ended up getting that party started. And the big dumper getting the home run number 48. I fucking love it. Most home runs hit by a catcher in a season in MLB history, minimum 50% games at catcher, 48 by Cal Raleigh, and 48 by Salvador Perez from the 2021 Royals. I got to go to socials right now on Facebook, Instagram, and X just to make sure I'm showing the proper love. Got to make sure we're taking care of everybody there on the Mariners on their social media team. Usually I wait till the game is over and then I end up liking and, retweeting and, sharing, all of the posts there at the very end. But that's too good of a moment to wait. And now let's see who's up next here in the top of the second inning for the Athletics. Logan Gilbert on the mound, wheeling and dealing. 3-5 record, 3.83 ERA. Obviously got beat up by the Phillies, but already has 2 Ks and normally pacing for about 4 to 7. But again, depending on what happens in this second inning, if he gets 2 more Ks, he might actually be able to get to that 8 to 10 range. Let's go, Logan. Let's go, Walter. Leading off for the Athletics in the top of the second, left fielder Tyler Soderstrom. First pitch, big swing and a miss, right down the middle, 0-1 count. Jacob Wilson on deck in the 5-hole, and batting third this inning, center fielder in the 6-hole, Lawrence Butler. Yeah, hopefully whoever ends up getting Big Dumper's last home run ends up being a kid. You know, that would end up being the best case scenario. Or if an adult gets it, maybe he can give it to his son or his daughter. First pitch, takes a strike swinging right down the middle, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, high and away with that curveball missing by a few feet. 1 ball and 1 strike from Gilbert to Soderstrom. 1-1 pitch, big swing and a miss, high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Soderstrom. And then as soon as us, here on the broadcast talking about kids, they have a kid in the booth there with Aaron and Angie. I love it. 1-2 pitch, fouled off, high and away. And on social media with the Mariners, they ended up giving away a big Mariner box full of goodies. And that was very cool of them. A couple t-shirts, an autographed Cal Raleigh ball. I always love it, being able to see the kids react. Because sometimes when they give, certain, autographed baseballs to the adults, they don't even react. It's like, if they're not even going to react and get excited for a Julio autographed ball or Cal ball, why are you giving it to them? Give it to a kid so they can really appreciate it and love it and, get the reaction that, we know that they can get. 1-2 pitch, low and at the knees, 2 balls and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Soderstrom. 2-2 pitch, fouled off, high and inside, 2 balls and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Soderstrom. Have Suarez and Cal gotten home runs in the same game yet? I don't think so. But someone can look that up. But to my, just off the top, I don't think so. I think we would have remembered if both of them got home runs, considering both have more than, they're 40 or more. So I would say that answer is a no. Because I think if that would have happened, I think I would have remembered. People in the room would have remembered. And again, we're not going to be 100% right about everything. We're watching so much film and so many games. But off the top of my head, I would say no, it has not happened yet. Top of the second inning, 2-0 Mariners, and we just made some history. Cal Raleigh hit a 2-run blast in the first off Lopez, and then we have a nice 2-0 cushion early and made history, tying Salvador Perez for the most home runs by a catcher in MLB history. And look at this. Soderstrom is out, but Jacob Wilson, first pitch, back, see ya. Wow, it's a home run party. And Jacob Wilson has had a very productive outing here against the Mariners. And just like that, the electricity is back for the A's. Jacob Wilson responding to the Cal Raleigh home run. And we have ourselves a game, 2-1 Seattle. We never can celebrate too long before the Athletics or any opponent does damage. Next up is Lawrence Butler. And don't you dare get a home run, Butler. First pitch from Gilbert to Butler. Takes a strike looking right down the middle, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, low and away with the slider. 1 ball and 1 strike to Lawrence Butler. All right, Reflect looked it up, and it happened in August. Both hit home runs. Nice. And to my knowledge, I couldn't remember, but again, that was, quite a few days back, so obviously it's great for someone to be able to look that up, and then there you go. So it happened one time so far, and who knows, maybe it'll end up happening again here today. I think it's just because we haven't had Cal really hit that many home runs lately, so maybe if, it was one of those things, maybe we would have remembered, but 1-1 pitch, takes a strike swinging right down the middle. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Butler. Great for you to look that up, and so that way we can get some clarity on that. Appreciate you. 1-2 pitch, fouled off, high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Butler. And is that the only time that they have hit home runs in the same game? It only happened once? Because if it happened more than once, I mean, man, I might be getting some dementia, Alzheimer's. But I mean, again, it didn't really, it's been a while. Maybe, going on that road trip really erased a lot of the good memories we had, going 2-7, from the previous series before that with the White Sox and whatnot. So 1-2 pitch, low and at the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Butler. 2-2 pitch, big swing and a miss, and down goes Butler, striking out swinging. I like that, baby. 2 away, much better than a Jacob Wilson solo jack. Down goes Butler, and another K for Logan Gilbert. I love it. Next up is second baseman Darryl Hernandez. First pitch from Gilbert to Hernandez, takes a strike looking right down the middle, 0-1 count. Now Kevin is looking up on his fantasy. He's like, it didn't happen. Takes a strike right down the middle, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, big swing and a miss, low and away. No balls and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Hernandez. 0-2 pitch, fouled off, low and at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Hernandez. Captain says we're at 30, 20 more to get to that halfway point. Let's go, baby. 0-2 pitch, and Hernandez strikes out swinging. There we go. Nice job by Logan Gilbert. 4 Ks within the first 2 innings. I like that. Instead of getting 4 to 7, actually, no, he's got 5 Ks. 5 Ks for Logan Gilbert. Wow. So much better, than where he was sitting against that Philadelphia series. He's pacing for 10 to 12. I love it. Let's go. And a Cal Raleigh home run. And Gilbert's got 5 Ks in the first 2 innings. Someone pinch me. It's Christmas. Next up, second baseman Jorge Polanco. Batting second, shortstop J.P. Crawford. And batting third, right fielder Victor Robles. Yeah, it looks like Gino is the only one that hit a home run in that day. I went back and I looked it up. We won 8-3 on August 5th, and only Gino hit a home run. Naylor hit one, and Canzone hit one. So apparently whatever information that was on there reflect. Sometimes you can't look it up just on Google. You got to go to ESPN, and then you look up, the actual Mariners schedule and click on there. So there we go. We finally came down to the answer. Kevin with a tour. He's like, I do fantasy. I know when these guys are hitting home runs. $2 holla. Appreciate you. At least we got some clarity there. Stacks, racks with a little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. Appreciate you. Let me know what you want for a photo or two, and I got you. There we go. You got it in the first 2 innings. Beautiful. Yeah, always got to double check. First pitch from Lopez to Polanco. Takes a strike looking right down the middle, 0-1 count. And again, if it would have happened, again, I feel that my memory is pretty fucking good with the Mariners. I'm not going to always remember everything, but I think I would have remembered that. But again, it's not like he's had too many games with us, after the deadline, but glad we got some clarity there. 0-2 pitch, fouled off. high and away. No balls and 2 strikes from Lopez to Polo. And, we've seen Julio and Gino get hot a little bit as of late, but again, nice to have Cal join the party as well. 0-2 pitch, fouled off, high and away. No balls and 2 strikes from Lopez to Polo. I had to look it up myself through ESPN and the actual, box score to make sure. So we want to make sure we're giving correct info. 0-2 pitch, low and at the knees. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Lopez to Polo. Let's go, Polo. And Jacob Lopez, 7-6 record with an ERA of 3.28 for the Southpaw. 1-2 pitch, low and at the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jorge Polanco. Let's go, Polo. And we are at 10, 90 to go to hit the goal. Yeah, probably not a good idea to parlay both in the same, but maybe he'll hit one today, and this will be the first day that we get it. I think probably Julio's got a better chance of hitting a home run today instead of Gino, but you never know. Gino's been hot as of late, and Julio is overdue. Maybe all 3 will homer today. Cal, Gino, and Julio, right? Best case scenario, right? But, if you're doing it based off betting, you have to definitely look at the stats, and sometimes, history needs to be made. Records are going to be broken, but, patterns seem to, continue in sports, and you just have to notice them. 2-2 pitch, high and away. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Jorge Polanco. 3-2 pitch. And Polo with the walk. Great eye by Polo. There we go, baby. Nice job, Polo. That's much better than striking out swinging or striking out looking. Big facts. Next up, shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Let's go, J.P. I would really love to be able to see a JP single, double, ground rule double, just something spectacular. I don't expect any, big home runs on the daily from JP, as, no one would, but who knows? Maybe this could be something special for JP today as well. Always a fun series when we go against the Athletics. Definitely back and forth. First pitch by Lopez, fouled it off right down the middle by Crawford. 0-1 count. Let's go, JP. Oh, 1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Right down the middle. Slider, 74 miles an hour by Lopez. And Lopez is going to really go up and down with his, pitches, based off speed and location, anywhere from 72 to 91. So, again, batters are definitely going to have their head on a swivel. But, again, at least Cal was able to make him pay from the right-hand side. And hopefully we get some of our lefty batters to be able to get a few hits here on the southpaw Lopez, who is a lefty. We haven't had very good luck against lefties within the last 2 to 3 weeks. So 0-2 pitch and lined out to right, and that is 1 away. Next up, one of my favorite players on the Mariners, right fielder Victor Robles. We don't know how many games he's going to get to play with us, but again, we want to make sure that we're getting bunts, we're going to get diving catches, and he's going to give us the good vibes. And you never know. Victor could end up hitting a home run for the Mariners before he ends up taking that suspension, and hopefully it goes from 10 games to 5. Or best case scenario, 4. First pitch, takes a strike looking right down the middle, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, big swing and a miss, high and away. No balls and 2 strikes from Lopez to Robles. Let's go, Victor. Bottom of the second inning with a runner at first and 1 out, 2-1 Mariner lead. The home run party, Cal Raleigh tying the record. Big strike, 3 outside on the line. Could have been called either way, and down goes Robles for 2 away. But we had Cal Raleigh make history just a few minutes ago, hitting home run number 48. And then is he safe at second? Polo safe at second. There we go. Nice job there by Polo getting in and not getting thrown out. But a home run by Cal Raleigh, behind Salvador Perez, and then Jacob Wilson, who's had a great series against us, a solo dinger. So hopefully we'll have 2 or 3 more home runs before this game is over. Next up is Randy Arozarena. And Randy, first pitch, big double to center, and Polo hustling and safe. 3-1 Mariners. There we go. Where was this Randy yesterday? But again, he did have the home run, but we really were hoping for him to come up with a play like that at the end of the game, and he just didn't do it. But he's trying to make up for it here today. Nice job by Randy. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Griffey loves it. Mariner fans love it. And now we got a nice 3-1 lead. Nice job by Randy Arozarena. Next up is Cal Raleigh. Back. See ya! Unbelievable! Cal Raleigh homers again. 5-1 Mariners. Are you fucking kidding me? He just made history. 49 home runs, the most. Grab that baseball. That one bounced off the wall. Whoever grabs that one is going to be a happy man or a happy woman. Wow. 5-1 Seattle. Boom. Boom. Unfucking believable. Let's go. Both from the right-hand side. We know that Cal Raleigh was waiting, and now 49 home runs from a catcher. And guess what? This is not going to be the only time. This is not a flash in the pan. Cal will probably be able to break his own record in the future. Maybe we'll get 3 home runs today, and Cal will get 50 here at home. Fucking believable. Trident's up. Big dumper. The best catcher in baseball. Let's fucking go. MVP. Let's go. Unbelievable. Let's go, baby. Next up is Julio Rodriguez, and he gets a curtain call. I love it, baby. I was thinking maybe later in the game, but he said, who cares? I'm not going to wait to the end of the game. I'm going to end up making history right fucking now. Unbelievable. Home run number 49. Let's go. First pitch to Julio, fouls it off right down the middle, 0-1 count. $2 holla. Thank you so much. Stacks, racks with a little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang, baby. Let's go. I had a good feeling today. Reflect with a $5. Celebrate the Cal Raleigh game. Stacks, racks with a little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. I mean, nothing would be sweeter than him hitting one more, right? And then actually getting, to 50 here tonight. Stacks, racks with a little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. And again, to my knowledge, and someone can look this up, but to my knowledge, right? To my knowledge, Cal has not hit 3 home runs in a game this year. Someone can look that up. We know he's had a couple multi-homer games, but has Cal hit 3 in a game this year? To my knowledge, I don't think he has. So, again, this would be a special moment. 2-1 pitch, high and away. 3 balls and 1 strike to Julio Rodriguez. 3-1 pitch, good eye by Julio, and now we're starting to pour it on. Julio with a walk. Let's go, baby. We're so good with 2 outs, and I fucking love it. Nice job, Julio. Not being overly aggressive. Next up is Eugenio Suarez. Let's go, Gino. Let's keep this party going. Unbelievable, man. Mike in the building. What's good? Yes, multi-homer games by Mickey Mantle. There's going to be quite a few records that Cal is going to break this year. And again, I don't think it would be that shocking. I mean, he was hitting 29 to 34 home runs, prior to this monster year, right? So, if he can not really have any serious injuries for the next 10 to 15 years, we may see a couple Griffey-like number, type of seasons out of Cal, but it's just more spectacular because he's a catcher. He's not a center fielder, with a lot of the guys that hit the home runs. So, man, I mean, there is Shohei Ohtani, right? There is Aaron Judge, but maybe we need to start talking about Cal Raleigh in that same type of category. And again, we'll have to see if he can consistently do this. And unbelievable. I love it. Let's go. First pitch from Lopez to Suarez. Fouls it off right down the middle. 0-1 count. Oh, 5-1, Sean. Man, you missed it already. Big home runs by Cal Raleigh already. And again, we're getting the party started. Cal Raleigh homered to left with a Rosarina on board, 2-0 Mariners. Jacob Wilson with a solo jack, making it 2-1. A Rosarina with a double to center. Polo scores 3-1. And Cal homered again to break the record of Salvador Perez. So he sits at the top of the mountain, the MVP for the American League. Cal Raleigh with 49 home runs. And again, we'll see how many he can get. You know, hopefully he can get to as close to 60 as possible. You know, but even if he gets to 58, 10 more than the record from Salvador Perez that held that for a few years would be awesome, but 60 would have a great ring to it. 0-1 pitch. Low and at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike from Lopez to Suarez. My phone is just fucking blowing up. Let's go, baby. 1-1 pitch. High and away. 2 balls and 1 strike to Eugenio Suarez. Unfortunately, I can't talk to everybody on the phone or, when we're working here. I got to grind it out, have some conversations maybe after the stream is over with some of these people. 2-1 pitch, high and away. 3 balls and 1 strike from Lopez to Suarez. And I'm really happy that Cal actually did it here at home, so we can celebrate with the fans rather than doing it on that road trip where we ended up going, 2-7. So 3-1 pitch and another walk. Man, talk about a meltdown. This is the first time that we've actually had a lefty that has had a meltdown against the Mariners, it feels like, in ages. I love it. Here we go. I mean, when you're actually seeing guys like Julio and Gino, taking walks, what? Next up is Josh Naylor. Nothing will make me smile bigger unless Naylor hits a 3-run bomb right here and we go up 8-1. Let's go. Much better when we can end up getting off to a big lead early instead of looking up at the scoreboard and being down 5-1 within the first couple innings. And that happened quite a few times on that road trip. First pitch from Lopez to Naylor. Big swing and a miss, low and at the knees, 0-1 count. Yes, he did. Yes, he did, man. Absolute meltdown, and we fucking love it. And again, normally, when we end up hitting that first home run, typically when we're on our game, it's usually 2 to 4 home runs. And again, it feels like we're going to have a few more before this one is over. 0-1 pitch, takes a strike looking, low and away. Should have been called ball, but called strike. No balls and 2 strikes from Lopez to Naylor. We got runners at first and second. I'll take a single. I'll take a double. I'll take a walk. I'll take a home run. Let's keep this party going. 5-1 Mariners. 2 home runs by Cal Raleigh, both from the right-hand side. Unbelievable. 0-2 pitch, and Naylor flies out to left. We leave 2 stranded, but that's okay. The bats have come alive, and it definitely has made up for yesterday's game. And again, we're very good in the morning and the afternoon, which in previous years we were terrible. We could never win in the morning and the afternoon, in 2022, 2023, 2024. But in 2025, we're a little bit different. Let's go, baby. What a great player. And again, he's all ours. The big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Unbelievable. How that must feel, to be able to do that at home. And I'm hoping that he can hit 1 more so that way he can get to home run number 50 here today. Wow. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 100 likes, 100 on that dono train, and 5 to 15 subs. I got to go to social media here real quick and make sure that I'm keeping up with everything with the Mariners here, which is obviously with Cal hitting all of these home runs. Obviously, social media is going to be at a frantic pace. Home run number 48, home run number 49, baby. Social media for the Mariners is going to be very busy today. No catcher has ever hit more home runs in a season than Cal Raleigh. Unbelievable. Cal Raleigh's record-breaking home run also marks his 9th multi-home run game of the season, passing Mickey Mantle 8 for the 61 Yankees for the most multi-home run games by a switch hitter in a season. So not only did he break one record, he broke 2 records today. The overall record is 11 multi-homer games, and that's been done in a season 3 times. And Cal will probably have a good chance of tying that record or breaking that record, hopefully before the season is up. Unbelievable. First pitch from Logan Gilbert to Willie McKeever. Takes a strike looking right down the middle, 0-1 count.
Oh my gosh.
0-1 pitch in play to McIver. Grounds out to first. And Naylor hustling to the bag, and that is 1 away. See ya, McIver. Next up, third baseman Brett Harris. 5-1 Mariners. And if you're just tuning in, man, you missed a lot within the first 2 innings. Cal Raleigh homering not only once, but twice, and now has sole possession of the most home runs by a catcher all time. Unbelievable. And also breaking that Mickey Mantle record with the most multi-homer games in a season. Un-fucking believable. First pitch from Gilbert to Harris. Fouls it off. High and away, 0-1 count. And again, Logan's pitching well. You know, it's not just Cal. You know, Randy's doing, some damage, and hopefully we get a few other players to contribute to the win here today. Yeah, it's my ESP, man. It's like sometimes, you just have to be able to remember when pitchers are good. And, because a lot of guys aren't going to get 6 Ks in the first 2 innings. Usually there'll be that one batter that pops up or grounds out. So that's why I mentioned 5, because it's happened, with our team, quite a few times, but typically not, 3 strikeouts in the first and 3 strikeouts in the second. So sometimes remembering history helps with some of these predictions. 1-1 pitch, big swing and a miss, high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Harris. Sarah in the building, that's good. Mike ended up showing up yesterday and asking about you, Sarah. He's been in the hospital for about a year, and he just got out. And he was asking about a few of y'all since you guys weren't in the room. And, I just said, people are busy. They're doing other things and, living their life. And I'm going to continue to grind, and people will show up when they can. But he wanted to say hello, and we may end up seeing him in the stream at some point, hopefully here today. 2-2 pitch. And Harris strikes out looking, and that is 2 away. My goodness, let's go. Marley in the building, $5 holla. Appreciate you, Marley. Stacks, racks with a little cactus jack. Bang, bang. Appreciate you and the support and the love. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Sometimes you just have to speak it into existence. First pitch from Gilbert to Kurtz, low and at the knees, 1-0 count. Shows you how different, this outing is at home compared to Logan Gilbert on the road. When he absolutely got drilled for hit after hit after hit, to be able to have that performance be his last performance, and then now he's already at 6 Ks. Yes, please. Let's go. Pacing for 12. Beautiful. 1-0 pitch, takes a strike looking, high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike from Gilbert to Kurtz. Top of the 3rd inning, 5-1 Mariners. Let's go. Matt in the building, what's good? I'm doing great. Yeah, I didn't know if he passed away. Honestly, I had a kind of a, weird feeling that, something might have, happened where he might have passed away or got very, very ill. And I'm just happy that he's alive. Sounds like his grandkids are still doing pretty well. And, I saw, because we have a lot of Mikes and Michaels. And since they've changed the format on YouTube, it's like, the at, it's like, it may not be the same structure than what it was before. And he said, Chase Elliott NASCAR. And I was like, oh my God, it's him. 2-1 pitch, and Kurtz grounds out to the shortstop. J.P. Crawford is there, throw to first, and that is out number 3. Beautiful start here for the Mariners, much better than yesterday in that heartbreaking loss. 5-1 Seattle. Let's see who's up next here for the Mariners, and let's see what we can get here in this particular inning. Next up for the Mariners, 0 for 1, DHing Mitch Garver. Now, obviously, if we could call up Harry Ford and have him be our DH, that would be a little bit better. But for the time being, let's see if Mitch can do something. Batting second, 0 for 0 with a run and a base on ball. Second baseman today, Jorge Polanco, filling in for Cole Young. And batting third, 0 for 1, ice water in his veins, shortstop J.P. Crawford. Great job by Logan Gilbert, wheeling and dealing. Again, anytime you can go from getting absolutely fucking obliterated to 6 Ks in your next start, great job. And then really the story of the day is going to be this right here. Cal Raleigh hitting number 48 and home run number 49 and breaking 2 records in the process. Absolutely motherfucking beautiful. Cal Raleigh stands alone at the top. And again, I wouldn't really be shocked, if we see Cal Raleigh hitting, 40 home runs plus on the regular. And who knows, maybe we'll get Cal Raleigh hitting 50 a couple times and maybe even 60, a couple times before his career is up. Let's go. Yeah, I got a couple Cal Raleigh rookie autos that I'm definitely happy that I invested in as well. But I ended up getting the first Cal Raleigh rookie auto as soon as he hit the home run against the Athletics in 2022. I went straight to eBay, literally 30 seconds after, went down all the listings, and sometimes you just got to be able to capitalize when the iron is hot. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. First pitch to Mitch Garver from Lopez. Takes a strike looking high and away. Four-seam fastball, 88 miles an hour by Jacob Lopez. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, high and away with the cutter. 1 ball and 1 strike to Mitch Garver. Come on, Mitch. Let's go, baby. Bottom of the third inning, 5-1 Mariners. And this is definitely a much better vibe than yesterday. Or even, the day before that, having a no-hitter on us, through the first 5 innings. And we had to scrap and scratch and claw our way to a victory in that game 1, winning 3-2. Yesterday, losing 2-1 with only 1 home run by Randy and 3 hits total. That shit ain't going to get the job done. But today, we're bringing it. 5 runs, 4 hits, 2 home runs by Cal. Someone pinch me, it's Christmas. 1-2 pitch, high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Lopez to Garver. 2-2 pitch, high and away. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Lopez to Garver. Cal Raleigh set the record for most home runs by a catcher. 9 multi-home run games, passing Ken Griffey Jr., who had 8 in 97. And then 9 multi-home games by Mickey Mantle, who had 8 for the multi-home run games passing Mickey Mantle. So he's already broken 3 records just today. Unbelievable. Absolute cinema. And again, the record is 11 multi-homer games, and I think Cal will have a chance at that. Next up is Jorge Polanco. After Mitch ends up taking the walk, nice job by Mitch. Anytime we can get Mitch to first, we'll take it. All right, let's go. First pitch to Jorge Polanco, fouled it off high and away, 0-1 count. Oh-1 pitch, high and away with the changeup. 1 ball and 1 strike from Lopez to Polanco. Bottom of the third inning, runner at first, Mitch Garver with no outs, 5-1 Seattle. Let's go. Come on, Polo. And Polo, let's go, baby. Beautiful single by Polo. Everyone getting hot for the Mariners, and I love it. Nice base knock into left. Garver at second, Polo at first. Beautiful. Way to bring the electricity, Mariners. Next up is J.P. Crawford. On deck, Victor Robles. I'm loving this team, baby. The only thing that could be better is getting a better DH, whether it be, Polo when he plays there, or Dominic Cantone or Luke Rayleigh. Somebody call up Harry Ford, baby. First pitch from Lopez to Crawford. High and away, 1-0 count. Well, if you actually look at the stats, and you actually go and break it down, AR's got the worst rating out of any quarterback within the, every single stat line. There's a big breakdown by a few of the guys on social media that, go based off completion percentage and everything. And he's literally dead last in the NFL. So that's the reason why that they went with Daniel Jones. He's actually a better quarterback than AR. Now, we know AR has the ability to run, and, maybe be able to run for some touchdowns. But as far as throwing, when you're dead last in almost every single category out of every quarterback in the NFL, at some point, they have to give up and they're going to have to go a different direction. And he didn't really have a whole lot of experience at Florida, and it definitely, didn't work in his favor. That's why it's so important to play in college football, to gain that experience. And if you don't have enough experience, sometimes you end up being a little bit of a failure in the NFL, unfortunately. 3-0 pitch, and Crawford is walked. But again, I did a big deep dive on AR to look at all the numbers, and it is kind of shocking to see how he was last out of all the quarterbacks, like 88 out of 88 in almost every category. That ain't going to get you a starting job. So again, and we'll see what happens in the future. Got to get someone better than Daniel Jones, though. Next up is Victor Robles. But again, if you don't know the stats, then it may be one of those things like, why did they choose him over Daniel Jones? And obviously Daniel Jones didn't get a very good rep, obviously on the Giants. But, that'll be a quarterback that'll give you a better chance to win than AR. We got bases loaded, 5-1 Seattle. Bottom of the third with no outs with Victor Robles. But again, a lot of Colts fans may not know that information, that he's like dead last in every category out of all the quarterbacks, and maybe are AR, people. So they're probably frustrated that Daniel Jones got the job over. But again, once you give the stats, to those Colts fans, then they'll be like, oh, okay, this makes sense now. But again, that's why stats are so important, instead of just looking at the eye test or popularity of a player. That can only take you so far. Bottom of the third inning, 5-1 Seattle, and Victor Robles with a nice base knock into left. Garver scores, Polo scores, Crawford to second, 7-1 Mariners. It's a fucking party. Let's go. Nice job, Victor. Let's go, baby. This is exactly what I wanted to see. Let's get it. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go. This is the Mariner baseball that we've been waiting for. I mean, we might be able to get to 10 to 15 runs before this game is up. Let's go. But again, we don't want to have so many runs today where we end up getting a 0 or a 1 tomorrow. Remember, a lot of times when we score a lot, right, what happens the next game? We usually get, 0 to 3 runs. And sometimes it's, 0 or 1. So they're making a pitching change. Nunez coming in, but I don't know if that's going to save them at this point. Let's go. Nice job, Victor. Next up is Randy Arozarena. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 100 likes, 100 on that dono train, and 5 to 15 subs. The first time that we've actually dominated a lefty, it feels like, in ages. Beautiful. And honestly, we've been waiting for a game like this for quite some time. Bottom of the third, 7-1 Mariners. Runners at first and second with no outs. Let's go. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Oh, man, they are losing it, especially when they ended up losing to the Red Sox the way that they did.
You know, again, I ended up seeing a highlight where the pitcher threw it to the first baseman, but the first baseman wasn't even on first base. He was like 5 feet off first base. So, yeah, they're definitely having a big collapse right now, and it, you know, doesn't look like they're going to make the playoffs. I mean, unless they really turn shit around, but Boston has leapfrogged them, and they are struggling. Sixth base with a 3-er. Appreciate you. Stacks, Racks with a little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. Appreciate you. Yeah, I already watched Forbidden Door. And you don't need $49.99 for Forbidden Door. You just have to know where to go. And me and Odin watched it this morning. Started at 10 a.m. and it was awesome. 0-1 pitch, high and inside. 1 ball and 1 strike from Nunez to Rosarina. I mean, I love WWE, but I love AEW because it gives you that alternative. Just like ECW and WCW for me back when WWF was around. And it was very, very good. 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss, low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Nunez to Rosarina. Yeah, but you have to remember, you know, we've only had 4 good years out of 40. So this could be the first year of a nice little run. You know, in 2022, that was the first year, you know, of like breaking through after not making the playoffs for 20 years. So if we go from 2022 to 2042, we could actually have 10 to 13 playoff appearances and, you know, maybe miss the playoffs like 7-8 years, but make it 12 or 13. So if you're really thinking about it, this is kind of the new age where we're going to have the most success the Mariners have ever had in their team history, you know, from 2022 to 2042. And I truly do believe we're going to have a lot of years in the playoffs, and hopefully we can have a few consecutive years in a row, you know, by, you know, making the playoffs and eventually winning the division. 1-2 pitch, low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Nunez to Rosarina. You know, you have to be mentally strong to be a fan of any team in the Pacific Northwest. You know, it's not going to be, you know, for a casual fan. You know, you have to be invested. But the thing that's going to make it worthwhile is that when we finally win the World Series or get there, it's really going to mean a lot to a lot of us fans that had to go through a lot of misery to that point, rather than being like a bandwagon fan. And Rosarina on a 2-2 pitch gets hit by a pitch, and hopefully he's okay as he goes down to the ground. And again, we know Ty France was, you know, the guy being plunked the most, and now it's Randy, and hopefully he's okay. Hits him right on the elbow. Thank God he had a little pad there. Good thing it didn't hit him in the head. Next up is big dumper Cal Raleigh with bases loaded. Could you imagine if he hits a grand salami right here and has 50 home runs, and this would be the first game that he would be able to hit 3 in a game all year? Hell, maybe he'll be like Gino and Nick Kurtz and hit 4 today. I mean, again, he's already got 2 within the first, you know, couple innings. Let's go, Cal. Everybody standing. First pitch from Nunez to Raleigh. Takes a strike swinging low and at the knees. And now he gets the bat from the left-handed side, his strong side. 0-1 count. Come on, Cal. Oh, 1 pitch, high and away. Good eye by Cal. 1 ball and 1 strike from Nunez to Raleigh. Bases loaded, 7-1 Mariners. 2 home runs by Cal Raleigh already. He's already broken multiple records. And again, he hasn't homered 3 times in a game all year, or maybe for his career. I don't think he's hit 3. I don't know. Someone can look that up, you know, for us right now to see if he's ever hit 3 in a game. To my knowledge, I don't think he has, but again, he's already been in the league, you know, 3, 4, 5 years at this point. So starting from 2022. So someone can look that up, but we know for sure he hasn't hit 3 home runs in a game this year. But, you know, has he ever hit 3 in his career? That's a good thing to look up. 1-2 pitch, big swing and a miss, and we don't get that home run number 50 in his 3rd home run of the game, but it's okay. He's already hit 2, and that is 1 away. Next up, center fielder Julio Rodriguez. Let's see if we can get a grand salami or an RBI single or an RBI double out of Julio. Let's go, J-Rod. First pitch from Nunez to Rodriguez. Takes a strike swinging, low and away, 0-1 count. So Cal Raleigh has not hit 3 home runs in a single game. Oh-2 pitch, low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Julio Rodriguez. Bottom of the third with 1 out. Let's see if we can get to 8, 9, or 10 this inning. Let's go. Come on, Julio. Come on, J-Rod. 2 career grand slams for Julio, last of May 19th, 2025 against the White Sox. And Julio with a little blooper. Yes, and it drops. Go, go, go. Crawford scores. Robles scores. And Randy safe at second. 9-1 Mariners. Let's go. Let's go, baby. I decided to rock the Julio jersey today, but it looks like if I would have rocked Cal or Julio, it wouldn't have mattered. Let's go. 9-1 Mariners, baby. Next up is Eugenio Suarez. Let's go, Gino. First pitch from Nunez to Suarez, fouls it off high and inside, 0-1 count. This is more like it, man. It feels so much better to be on this side of the scoreboard rather than the one side of the A's that we were when we were 2-7 on the road on that terrible road trip. Orioles, 2 rain delays, boo. Mets, that Little League Classic rain delay, boo. And getting swept by the Phillies, boo. This is much better. 0-1 pitch, takes a strike swinging, right down the middle. No balls and 2 strikes to Eugenio Suarez. Let him know, Captain. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 100 likes, 100 on that dono train, and I'll check to see how many subs we've gained so far. 9-1 Mariners. Let's go. 0-2 pitch, and big swing and a miss. Down goes Gino, and that is 2 away. So it looks like we have at least 70 people in the room that haven't hit the like button. We're at 61. We need 39 to hit 100. So if we can get half of the people in the room to hit the like button, we'll get to the goal. Let's go. And a few subs. 68 to go to 21,600. First pitch from Nunez to Josh Naylor. Fouls it off high and away. 0-1 count. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. 9-1 Mariner lead. Let's see if we can get to 10 or 11. Or 12, for that matter. Let's go Naylor. Let's go Nails. feels good, to finally, not only for Cal to break the record, tie the record, break the record, but to see, everyone contributing. It almost feels like we reincarnated into the Phillies, in this particular game where everyone, for the most part, had a hit. And at this point, the only people that don't have hits yet are Gino, Naylor, and Garver, and JP. Everyone else has hits at this point. Oh, here we go. Naylor, he's got a hit in the right field. Go, go, go. Run. And that brings in one. That brings in two. Let's go. 11-1 Mariners. Someone pinch me. I'm dreaming. Let's go. I love it. I love it, baby. McDonald's, I'm loving it. So we just need Gino, Garver, and then JP, and then everyone will have a hit. So we're definitely trying to do our best Philadelphia Philly impersonation right now. I love it, baby. First pitch to Garver, pops up just like he did in his first at bat, and that is out number 3. Garver, work the fucking count. I mean, at this point, why do we even have Garver at DH? I mean, I know Dominic Canzone, the x-rays were negative, but I think I would rather have Luke Raley, instead of, Garver at this point, or almost anybody. And they almost dropped that ball. Garver would have had a nice single there. A little miscommunication in the outfield for the Athletics. Yeah. End of the third inning, 11-1 Mariners. Let's fucking go. Trident's up. Let's go, Adams. I don't think I've waved the Trident so often in the first 3 innings all year. And we may not be done. Could we end up getting to 15 or 20 runs today? Could we set a record? Someone needs to look up to see what the record is for most runs scored in a game for the Seattle Mariners of all time. End of the third, 11-1 Mariners. I mean, have we ever scored this many within the first 3 innings? Let's go. Got to go on socials here real quick. Got to make sure I'm keeping up with all of the action. We're just doing so many things. There's going to be so many social media posts on Facebook and Instagram and X. Cal Raleigh, 49th home run of the season, baby. Set the record for most home runs by a catcher in a season. 9 multi-homer games, passing Ken Griffey Jr. with 8 for the team. And 9 multi-homer games, obviously, passing Mickey Mantle, who had 8 in 1961. This guy is looking good. Nice job, Big Dumper. MVP, baby. No denying that. First pitch from Logan Gilbert to Shea Langoliers, takes a strike looking right down the middle. 0-1 count. Logan Gilbert with 6 Ks, baby. I love it. 3 innings pitch, 1 hit, 1 earned run, no walks. That's the key stat. 42 pitches, 30 strikes, 6 Ks after getting absolutely fucking obliterated in Philadelphia. And again, to be able to go from his worst start to one of his best here today, beautiful. Most multi-homer games by a switch hitter. Mickey Mantle on that list. Ken Caminiti. 0-2 pitch, low and away with that curveball, 80 miles an hour, missing the strike zone by a few feet. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Logan Gilbert to Shea Langoliers. I mean, you wouldn't be able to use him as a starting quarterback, but you could use him in, situationally, like at the goal line or something, to be able to jump over the pile, kind of like Cam Newton. But, he'll probably never be a starting quarterback in the league ever again. But you could use him situationally. 1-2 pitch, big swing and a miss, and down goes Langoliers. And that's another K for Logan Gilbert, number 7. Rack it up, baby. My boy. Nice job, Logan. Keep wheeling and keep dealing. Beautiful. Next up, right fielder Brent Rooker. Captain says we're at 70. Let's go. 30 more to go to hit the goal. Yeah, and again, I wouldn't expect, Logan to be this good after getting obliterated in Philadelphia. I figured it would take like 1 or 2 starts for him to get back, mentally, to, where he normally is. And to do it 1 start after getting obliterated, thank God, because this is exactly what we needed. We need Wu, we need Gilbert, we need Kirby, Castillo, Miller to be the guys that we know they can be, as well as Brash and Bizzardo and Spire and Mooney. We need all our good players to play like they're good. We can't have any guys shit the bed. Also, with hitting kind of being hit or miss, one game we might have 1, the next game we might have 11. So, consistency is king. 1-1 pitch, takes a strike looking low and at the knees. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Brent Rooker. Yeah, I think everyone that's a Mariner fan is happy right now. Let's fucking go, baby. Unbelievable game. Unbelievable. I'll never forget this day. But that home run number 50 will be special, let me tell you. 1-2 pitch, big swing and a miss, and another punch out. Is Logan Gilbert trying to get his K record here today? Unbelievable. Beautiful. Another punch out. Bring that electricity. See ya, Brent Rooker. 2 away. Next up is Tyler Soderstrom. Logan Gilbert with 8 Ks out of 49 total pitches. Unbelievable. I don't know what I'm more impressed by, the Cal Raleigh 2 home runs and breaking the catcher record, or what Logan is doing after getting obliterated by the Phillies. Like, there's so many good things that are happening today. Let's go. 11-1 Mariners. And I can't wait until we get Jurangelo and Cade Anderson in the starting lineup. At some point, Castillo won't be on this team anymore. And then Miller might be the guy on the outside looking in, kind of like Logan Evans and Emerson Hancock. But, he'll still be in that rotation. But at some point, if we can get Jurangelo and Cade to pair up with Gilbert, Kirby, and Wu, it's going to be really exciting. But obviously, they're a little ways away from that. 0-2 pitch, low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Soderstrom. I mean, at that point, you could probably put Logan Evans in the pen, and then obviously we would be 6 deep, including Bryce Miller, which would be very exciting. Yeah, he's only 3-5 this year, but remember, he missed about half of the first half of the season. So, he's been injured. Kirby's been injured, missed the first 50-plus games with shoulder inflammation, started off 0-3 and, has turned it around. And obviously Bryce Miller was playing with an injured back and elbow and was shitty at the beginning of the year and missed a lot of time as well. So really it was like Wu and Castillo and Evans that had to kind of, keep us treading water, so to speak, stay afloat while these guys ended up improving from their injuries. 1-2 pitch, fouled off right down the middle. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Soderstrom. Logan Gilbert's record in a game for strikeouts is 12. 12 in 2024. One-two pitch, low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Soderstrom. 2-2 pitch, low and away with the slider. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Soderstrom. August 8th, 2024, 12. But again, we have guys that could get 12 to 14, like we seen George go crazy. Like, every single pitcher we got has the ability to get 10 to 14 when they're on, I mean, even guys like Bryce Miller and Luis Castillo, could have a 10 to 12K type of outing, even though things haven't been the greatest for some of our guys this year. And that is out number 3. Down goes Soderstrom. And we got a nice 10-run lead. Let's keep adding on to it, baby. And another punch out by Logan Gilbert. Man, he is dealing. Logan Gilbert with 9 Ks. And at this point, it looks like he's going to break the record. He might end his night with 13, 14, or 15 Ks. 9 Ks, 56 pitches? Are you shitting me? Unbelievable. Everything going Mariners today. 11 runs, 8 hits, no errors, and then Logan Gilbert, after getting fucking obliterated by the Phillies, right? Going through the order twice, it's just ridiculous. Everyone had a hit within the first couple innings. 9 Ks, only 1 hit. He's got a 1-hitter right now. He gave up a solo jack to Jacob Wilson, and that's it. Beautiful. I mean, these are the games, where I wake up in the morning, early at 6 a.m. and I take Paisley on a walk, take a rest and eat breakfast, take another walk with Paisley with another 95-degree temperature day. And I think, you know what? I look at this particular park with these big 3 trees and, I look at them and I talk to them. I was like, this is going to be a great fucking day today. And lo and behold, 11-1, 2 homers by Cal, Logan Gilbert with 9 Ks. Maybe Logan can break a record in this game as well. Everything looking great here today. Trident's up. Let's fucking go M's. Let's see who's up next for the Mariners. Let's see if we can add on. Next up, 1 for 1 with 2 runs and a base on ball. Second baseman Jorge Polanco. Batting second, 0 for 1 with a run. Shortstop J.P. Crawford. And batting third, right fielder Victor Robles. Trident's up. Let's go M's. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 100 likes, 100 on the dono train, and we're approaching the 5 subs at the moment. Let's go. See if we can get to 10 before the game is up. We're at 75 likes. We have how many? We have about 60. Now we at 76. Still have about 50 people in the room, 60 people, 70 people in the room that haven't hit the like button. We get half of those people, will be over 100. And down goes Polo, lined out into right, 1 away. Hard hit ball out there as well. Nice job, Polo. Next up is J.P. Crawford, 0 for 1 with a run and a walk. First pitch to J.P. Takes a strike looking low and away, 0-1 count. Hell, Gilbert might be able to go 7. I mean, he's usually getting out of the game within the 5th inning. He's not going 6 innings plus like he used to. The injury has definitely been a little tough. And pitch count, I mean, he's only at 56 pitches. So, he could probably go 7 innings. And that would probably be good for our bullpen. One less guy to fuck up this big lead that we have. Especially if he can end up breaking his K record and getting to 13. So 1-1 pitch, high and away, 4-seam fastball, missing the strike zone by a few feet. 2 balls and 1 strike from Nunez to Crawford. Come on, JP. Two-one pitch, and Crawford lines out to first, and that is 2 away. Next up is Victor Robles. 1 for 2 with a run, 2 RBIs and a K. Already making his presence known defensively yesterday as well as offensively, and might be the only guy in the lineup that you're going to see drop a bunt here and there. Let's go, Victor. Padres is a whole nother question, and we're obviously exploding for this big, 11-1, performance at this point. So again, we have to shoot for 2 wins out of 3, but realistically, we'll probably only win 1 game, but I'm hoping to. Sweeping is totally out of the question, and again, it really will, count on what we do tomorrow. If we actually are able to put up 5 runs plus tomorrow and we win game 1, against the Padres in the first part of the Vetter Cup, we can win 2 out of 3. But if we drop game 1 and put up a 0 or a 1, we're probably only going to win 1 game out of 3. So, just based on, how we've been playing lately. So we'll see how it goes. 1-1 pitch, big swing and a miss, low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Nunez to Robles. 1-2 pitch, fouled off right down the middle by Victor Robles. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Nunez to Robles. I mean, you gotta, we can't be just like homers, all the time. We have to be real. And, again, being realistic, with how we played against that team in the past. They're a World Series contender. They're in first place over the Dodgers. So again, it's not going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy. And again, I wish we were a team that could score a lot of runs one game and then do it again. Now, we were able to do it as Robles flies out to left for out number 3 all the way back to the wall. But again, we've had a few games where we've been able to hit monster, run production 3 games in a row. If you remember the Tigers series on the road, where we ended up scoring 35 runs in 3 games total, but that's only going to happen like maybe once a season, So again, is it possible that we could score 5 runs in 3 games against the Padres? Yeah, we're going to play up to the competition, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to score 6, 8, 10. We don't really know how it's going to play out. And look at the roster of the Padres. I mean, they got a lot of good players. And on top of that, they just picked up Mason Miller, the athletic closer, at the deadline on top of everything else that they have. So it's going to be very, very challenging, but I'm hoping that we can find a way to score some runs in game 1 tomorrow. We win game 1, we're going to have a chance for game 2 or game 3. We drop game 1, we're probably only going to win game 2 or game 3. And honestly, there is a possibility that we could get swept. I hope that doesn't happen, but the Padres are good enough, just like the Phillies were, even though we're at home, they could do it too. But I'm hoping too, but realistically, it might only be 1 that we win. So, but I'm hoping for the 2. But if we win the first 2 games, somehow, some way, by a miracle, yeah, then we can talk about sweep at that point, but only at that point. Let's go to the top of the 5th inning with a 10-run lead. Haven't said that too many times this year. 11-1 Mariners. I disagree. Portland does deserve a team. The answer is no. Again, even though I live in Oregon and I'm born and bred and I've lived here, it's Mariners till I die. Again, I've been a fan of this team for 40 years. I met King Griffey Jr. You know what I'm saying? There is no separating the fandom. Again, there's going to be people that have like a second team that they root for. Like my dad's been a Dodger fan since the 50s. He lived in LA. So I'll root for the Dodgers for my dad. But it's not like my team. I don't have a second favorite team in any sport. It's one, and everyone is different. Sometimes you'll have like a team that you like in a separate league, National League, American League. But I feel like for a lot of diehards, it's just one team, And again, there might be another team that you root for because of a family member or something like that. But yeah, I wouldn't be able to be a Portland fan, even though they would be in Oregon. Would I go to the games? Yeah, it would be closer than going to Seattle, but it's Mariners till I die. First pitch from Gilbert to Wilson, takes a strike looking right down the middle, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, high and away, 1 ball and 1 strike from Gilbert to Wilson. 1-1 pitch, and Wilson lines out to third. That is 1 away. But there's a few teams, that could be in the running. Obviously, Portland, Nashville. There's a few out there that could definitely be in the running, but we'll wait and see. There's a lot of fans out here in Oregon that love baseball. Hell, I used to go to Portland Beaver games, the AAA affiliate, a lot. And that's really what gave me the, starting of, being able to get souvenirs and whatnot. I got 2 foul balls and, batting gloves when I snuck down to the front row. And if I didn't get those 2 foul balls, when I was 10, I probably wouldn't have been able to get 3 foul balls, for the Mariners, with Kike Hernandez, Julio Rodriguez, and Aaron Judge. So, I'll definitely go if they come here, but I'll only be Seattle. 1-1 pitch, low and at the knees. 2 balls and 1 strike from Gilbert to Butler. Because again, we have the Blazers and we have the Ducks and we have the Beavers. But again, we don't have a hockey team. We don't have a baseball team. We have the Winterhawks, but that's like below NHL. And again, we have the Timbers and, obviously the Sounders are in Washington, and the soccer is a big thing, but that's just not for me. I would rather go to a baseball game than a soccer match. So 2-1 pitch, fouled off, low and at the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Butler. But if Portland did get a team, people would show up. not only to see the other teams come into town, but again, there's a lot of passion, here in the Pacific Northwest, regardless if it's Oregon or Washington. We're built different out here. Gilbert on the mound, Butler in the box. 2-2 pitch, fouled off high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Butler. Yeah, Anchorage ain't going to get no team. Yeah, you need to be able to go to a place that's going to be profitable, that actually has passionate fans, 2-2 pitch, high and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Butler. Plus, we're also going to get some expansion in the NBA, so, Sonics will be back, and again, we'll figure out, who that other team is as well. 3-2 pitch, and Gilbert with a walk to Butler, a rare walk for Logan Gilbert. Lawrence Butler to first. Next up is the 7-hole hitter, second baseman Darryl Hernandez. And that's the first walk for Logan Gilbert for the day. Unbelievable. And hopefully his last walk. First pitch from Gilbert to Hernandez, takes a strike looking right down the middle, 0-1 count. Oh, 1 pitch, big swing and a miss by Hernandez. No balls and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Hernandez. Runner at first, Lawrence Butler with the walk, first of the day for Logan. Top of the 5th, 11-1 Mariners, and he's trying to break his K record, which is 12 from last year. And hopefully he'll be able to pitch 7 innings, which we haven't seen Logan do that very much this season. Usually it's about 5 innings, and normally kind of fucking up towards the end and getting pulled. So this has been really good to see. And on top of that, getting the run support to give him that extra swag and confidence. Well, they're in the running, man. Why wouldn't Nashville, Nashville would be a good place. 1-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. And that is another punch out for Logan Gilbert. There we go. Nice job, Logan. That's 10 Ks for Logan Gilbert. 2 away from the record for him. Let's go. Way to bring that electricity, Logan Gilbert. My boy. Beautiful vertical drop by Logan Gilbert. Give me that intensity, baby. Top of the 5th, 11-1 Mariners. MacGyver up next. And first pitch. Grounds out into the fielder's choice. Butler out at second. And down goes MacGyver. Great job, Logan. Beautiful. And he's going to have a good chance to get his record tied next inning. And then if he pitches in the 7th, maybe he'll be able to break the record and get 13 Ks. Let's go. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. We have at least half of the people in the room that haven't done it yet. Help us get to 100 likes, 100 on the dono train, and we're looking for 5 to 15 subs. Let's go, baby. Next up, 2 for 2 with 3 runs and an RBI. Great game so far, Randy Arozarena. Batting second, 2 for 3 with 2 home runs. Broke the record, tied the record, broke the record for home runs by a catcher, sitting at now 49. Could he get home run number 50 and have his first 3-homer game in his career? Big dumper, Cal Raleigh, the 2025 American League MVP. And batting third, 1 for 2 with a run and 2 RBIs and a walk, it is Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. Trident's up. Let's go, baby. Yeah, well, unless he gets 3 Ks in the next inning, but the chances of him K'ing out all 3 guys, probably not that likely. But, if he gets to that 7th inning, he could end up getting 13 or 14 if he strikes out 2 in the 6th and 2 in the 7th. So. Let's go, baby. Cal hit 48 right in the beginning of the game and then hit 49. In the first inning, he hit 48, and then in the second inning, he hit 49. So it was already 5-1 in the second inning. So first 2 at-bats, 2 home runs, both from the right-hand side. So, again, if you go to social media for the Mariners, they got all kinds of stuff on there, and he already broke a few records. Broke Ken Griffey Jr.'s record, Mickey Mantle's record, and Salvador Perez's record already. So, and he's never hit 3 home runs in his career in a game, and he's got a chance with 2 more at-bats to be able to do it. So, first pitch to Randy, takes a strike swinging, high and away, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, takes a strike looking right down the middle. No balls and 2 strikes to Randy Arozarena. 0-2 pitch, in play, grounds out to third, and that is 1 away. Throw to first, got him. Down goes Randy, but he's having a great game. Just wish he could have came up clutch at the end of the game last night, but he's making up for it today. All right, here we go. Big dumper, Cal Raleigh at home run number 49. Could he get home run number 50 in this at-bat? Come on, baby. First pitch from Estes, who actually hit Victor Robles. He's in the game right now, so it'll be interesting to see what happens if he tries to hit Victor Robles. There might be a fight. First pitch, takes a strike looking right down the middle, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike from Estes de Raleigh, who they just brought in. So hopefully Victor doesn't get plunked by Estes. Otherwise, there will be a fight. 1-1 pitch, and Raleigh grounds out to first, and that is 2 away. Next up, 1 for 2 with a run and 2 RBIs and a base on ball, Julio Rodriguez. Trident's up. Let's go, Julio. First pitch to Julio. Takes a strike looking right down the middle. 0-1 count. Come on, J-Rod. Yeah, I hope Robles knocks it out of the park as well. That would be great. Especially against the guy that has been beating him since last year. Dirty-ass player. Oh, 0-1 pitch, and popped up and flied out to right, and that is out number 3. End of the 5th inning, 11-1, Seattle. JJ Bleday in there for Rooker now. They don't want to risk any type of injury, I suppose, or getting someone else some playing time after this ass whooping that we're giving the Athletics, giving them a little bit of what they deserve for what they did yesterday to us. Next up in the 9-hole, 0 for 1 with a K, Brett Harris. Back at the top of the order, 0 for 2 with the K, first baseman Nick Kurtz. And batting third, 0 for 2 with 2 Ks, DHing Shea Langoliers. I got to get the JJ Bleday photo up just in case they get to their 4th batter. Hopefully they don't. And hopefully we get 2 to 3 Ks here out of Logan Gilbert so he can break his record. Top of the 6th inning, 11-1 Mariners. Trident's up. Let's go M's. Gained a few more subs. 67 to go to hit 21,600. Let's go, baby. We're at 28 on the dono train. 72 to go. And where are we at on the likes? We got to be getting close to 100. We're at 87. So we have 50 people in the room that haven't hit the like button. Now we got a few more that did it. Now we're at 89, 11 to go. So if we can get 11 people out of 50, we'll be at 100. Let's go, baby. You're not going to find a broadcast like this anywhere else. The dedication, the commitment, and also we got some of the best fans on planet Earth. That's facts. First pitch from Gilbert to Harris. Fouls it off high and away. 0-1 count. Top of the sixth inning, 11-1 Mariners. 0-1 pitch, fouled off right down the middle. No balls and 2 strikes to Brett Harris. Oh, 0-2 pitch, fouled off right down the middle. No balls and 2 strikes to Brett Harris. Shout out to all the people watching all over the globe. United States usually covers about 70% of the fans. Venezuela, 5.7. If you're watching from Venezuela, shout out to you. Dominican Republic, 3.8. Shout out to all the Dominicans watching. Boricuas, I see you. Mexico, 2.7. Japan, 2.2. Canada, 1.6. Philippines, Puerto Rico, Colombia, Taiwan. Shout out to all the countries watching all over the globe. Love you guys. Top of the sixth inning, 11-1 Mariners. 0-2 pitch, low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Harris. And again, we're going to be doing a lot of action, after baseball is over or even when baseball is still going. We'll be doing college football. We'll be doing NFL, Monday night, Thursday night, Sunday night, Ducks games. We're going to obviously do all of that. 1-2 pitch. And Harris with a infield single to the shortstop, and that is safe. We'll also do, after football season's over, a little NASCAR Cup Series, trucks, Xfinity, a little Kraken for hockey fans, NHL, little Blazers and NBA, and some other good matchups. WWE or AEW, usually once a month. So, a little bit of everything, and not very many channels can say that. Next up is Nick Kurtz. Let's go, Logan. Keep wheeling and dealing. See if we can get a punch out in a double play, or a punch out and a punch out and a punch out. But let's see if they allow Logan to keep going or not. Pitch count is still very low. 76. Let him go. Let him go until next inning. Let him see if he can break a record. I mean, when's the last time Logan had 10 fucking Ks? I mean, besides like his first start back after the rehab, I believe he had 10 then. So first pitch from Gilbert to Kurtz. Takes a strike looking high and inside. 0-1 count. Let's go. Go M's. Trident's up. Oh-1 pitch. Low and away with a splitter. 1 ball and 1 strike from Gilbert to Kurtz. Give me some punch outs, baby. He's 2 away from tying his record, 3 from breaking it. So if we can get 2 Ks this inning and 1 or 2 in the 7th, that would be great. I want to see someone break a record other than Cal today, and Logan has been amazing. 1 ball and 1 strike from Gilbert to Kurtz. 1-1 pitch, fouled off right down the middle. Logan Gilbert on the mound. Nick Kurtz in the box. Top of the 6th inning, 11-1 Mariners. Runner at first with no outs. Nice catch by that fan right there off that Kurtz foul ball. 1-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss on Kurtz. There we go. 11 Ks for our boy, Logan Gilbert. My boy. Give me that energy and that swag. Let's go. Hell yeah. 11-1 lead with 11 Ks. Beautiful. Hell yeah. Let's see if we can get 2 more Ks here. Next up is Shea Langoliers on deck, filling in for Brent Rooker, JJ Bleday. We have a chance. He could break the record right here. Come on, baby. Let's go. First pitch from Gilbert to Langoliers. Takes a strike looking high and away. Paints the corner beautifully with that slider. My God. 85 miles an hour, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch. Fouled off. Low and at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes to Shea Langoliers. Let's go. Let's get this record tied right here on Shea. Top of the 6th, 11-1 Mariners. Langoliers in the box. Logan Gilbert on the mound. Top of the 6th inning with a runner at first with 1 out. We're up by 10 runs. Now Raleigh tied the record of Salvador Perez. 0-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. He got it, baby. Tied his record. 12 Ks by Logan Gilbert. Shit, man. If he actually pitches next inning, he might be able to get to like 14 or 15. Let's go. 2 away. Let's go, baby. I love seeing Mariner players play well. You know, it's not always going to be like this. Great job by Logan. Ties his career high with 12 Ks that he had coincidentally in August of 2024. The Trident deserves to come out for not only home runs, but also big plays like that. Let's go. And instead of J.J. Bleday, they're going to bring in Thomas instead. And we might have a better chance to be able to get Thomas out with a punch out. All right, Colby Thomas is up. We can punch out Colby. Oh, Logan Gilbert. 5.2 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 12 Ks, 83 pitches, and he's got his ERA down to 3.70. Beautiful. First pitch from Gilbert to Colby Thomas, low and away, 1-0 count. Come on, baby. I wonder if Logan knows that this strikeout could break his record. Probably not, you know, just because he's in the moment right now. But obviously, as he goes into the dugout, they'll let him know, you know, where he's at. Someone in that staff will know. 1-0 pitch, takes a strike swinging right down the middle. 1 ball and 1 strike from Gilbert to Thomas. But if he ends up breaking the record here at 13, he could get to 15. And we've seen Kirby, you know, with some pretty high numbers, 10 to 14 Ks, you know, a couple times this season. So we've already seen Kirby do some magical things. Let's see if Gilbert can do some magic as well. 1-1 pitch, fouled off, low and at the knees. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at first and 2 outs. 1 more strike, and he could end up breaking his record from last year. He's at 12. Let's get 13 Ks, baby. Come on, Logan. He is on fire right now. I doubt that he knows right now when you're playing in the matchup, you know. 1-2 pitch, low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Thomas. And it's probably better that he doesn't know, because if he did know, maybe he wouldn't be able to get the punch out. Think about it that way, you know. Less pressure when you don't know. Top of the 6th, runner at first with 2 outs. Tied his career high from last year in August with 12 Ks. 2-2 pitch, fouled off, low and at the knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at first, and we're looking for 1 more punch out so he can break his record, and then he'll come back in the 7th and see if we can get 1 or 2 more to see if he can get to possibly 14, maybe even 15. Come on, Logan. Yeah, and how often do you get absolutely obliterated in your previous start and then have a chance to break a record? You know, that's not usual. That's not normal. And I'm glad that we're not normal today. 2-2 count, 2 balls, 2 strikes, runner at first and 2 outs. 2-2 pitch in play. Fuck. And Thomas with a single to left, Harris to second. Nice hit there by Colby Thomas. Next up is Tyler Soderstrom. First pitch is Soderstrom, low and at the knees, 1-0 count. Gilbert on the mound. Soderstrom in the box. 1-0 pitch, fouled off right down the middle. 1 ball and 1 strike from Gilbert to Soderstrom. Yeah, I mean, all we do is read and watch film, you know, like any little minor detail of any record being broken, any player on a roster. I mean, hell, I even watch, you know, what's going on in single A, high A, double A, and triple A. And there's only a few people in this room that are going to go that deep. So, you know, if it has to do with the Mariners, you know, I'm going to be on it. 1-0 pitch, fouled off. 1 ball and 1 strike to Tyler Soderstrom. 1-1 pitch, takes a strike looking right down the middle. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Gilbert to Soderstrom. Runners at first and second with 2 outs, and he needs 1 more K, 1 more strike, and he breaks his career record with 13 Ks. He tied his record with 12, which he's at right now, and he did that last year in August of 2024. Come on, Logan, 1 more strike, blow it past him. One-two pitch, big swing and a miss, and he got it. "13 Ks, let's go." He broke his record from last year. And again, it's just great to be able to see, you know, success here from the Mariners. Amazing. And we see in George Kirby with a career high 14 Ks in June 8th of this year in the early part of summer. So he's at 13. He could actually get right there with George with 1 more K out of 3 batters potentially in the next inning. Hell, he might actually be able to get to 15, maybe even 16 before this one's over. Let's fucking go. 11-1 Mariners. Let's see who's up next here for Seattle. Trident's up. Let's go M's. Next up for the Mariners, 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a K. Good vibes only. Eugenio Suarez. Let's go, Gino. Batting second, first baseman in the 5-hole, Josh Naylor. And batting third, unless they have someone pinch hit for him, Mitch Garver. Trident's up. Let's go M's. Kevin with a tour. Appreciate you. Stacks. Racks with a little cactus jack. Bang, bang. Let's go. I believe we're at 30. 70 to go to hit our Dono goal. There we go. Captain's on it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's at 93 pitches, so I guess maybe he won't come back out. I mean, he already broke his record, so I guess we're not going to see him in the 7th. I was hoping that pitch count would be a little lower, but since he's at 93, he won't be coming back out. I mean, that would be shocking if he comes back out. They're going to bring someone else in 100%. If he was in the 80s, then maybe they would bring him back out. But I mean, he already broke the record, so he has nothing else to prove. I mean, it would have been cool to see him get to at least 14 like Kirby did, but his day is done. 1-1 pitch from Estes to Suarez. Fouls it off right down the middle. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Estes to Suarez. And this Estes is the one that actually injured or tried to injure, right, Victor Robles. So he got hit 5 times out of 15 at-bats, got plunked last year. And Estes is a headhunter. You know, he's a guy that will try to injure people. And he's got some bad blood towards Victor Robles for whatever reason. So... but he better not hit Robles or there will be a fight. 1-2 pitch, in play, and Gino fouls out to first, 1 away. Next up is first baseman Josh Naylor. Let's go, Josh. Let's go, Nails. First pitch from Estes to Naylor. High and away, 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch from Estes to Naylor. Big swing and a miss, low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike to Josh Naylor. Come on, Josh. 1-1 pitch, low and at the knees with the changeup. 84 miles an hour by Estes. 2 balls and 1 strike from Estes to Naylor. Joey Estes on the mound. Naylor in the box. Got to get that big close-up of the photo of the guy that tries to hurt our players, so that way you know exactly what he looks like. No far away photos. 2-1 pitch, and popped up into second base, and that is 2 away. As 2 players almost collide into each other. Next up is Mitch Garver. First pitch from Estes to Garver, high and away with the sweeper, 1-0 count. Remember that face. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Estes on the mound, Garver in the box. Let's go, Garv. Yeah, Logan is done. 1-0 pitch. Hit back deep into the wall. Garver's been hitting him pretty far, but that stays in play, and that is out number 3. All right, let's see who's up next for the Athletics here in the top of the 7th. Leading off for the Athletics with their only run, solo dinger, Jacob Wilson. 1 for 2 with a run and an RBI. Batting second. Should have been Lawrence Butler, but it's saying Daryl Hernandez. And 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. And then it's going a Willie MacGyver, but we'll see if that's right, because initially it went Wilson and then Lawrence Butler and then Hernandez. So I don't know what the hell's going on, but that's what they're showing. But we'll see what we get as the Athletics come up into the box. All right, 2 more. Who are going to be the 2 people to get us to 100? Let's go, baby. Yeah, and again, Vargas has actually been pretty good as of late. I mean, we thought that he was the worst player on the team other than Dylan Moore. But again, when Brash and Bizzardo and Spire and Munoz started fucking up, who started playing well? Carlos Vargas. So, I mean, hell, even the game could be close and you could probably put him in and he would be okay. He's just not a guy that's going to get you a bunch of Ks when he's out there. He's going to pitch a little wild and he's going to try to get guys to chase, and you're going to get some pop-ups and ground outs, and he might get 1 K out of 3 batters, maybe, but we'll figure out what we're going to be having here, but we'll see what they decide to do. But Logan Gilbert, his day is done. And Carlos Vargas is entering the matchup. Luke Raley coming in as well. When you play well, yeah, you'll get your photo up. We didn't put his photo up for a long, long time, but I think you've earned it within the last few. Don't make me regret it. First pitch to Jacob Wilson, right down the middle, takes a strike looking, 0-1 count. Beautiful pitch by Vargas there. 96 miles an hour with a sinker, good velocity, 0-1 count. 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 13 Ks, 1 walk, 93 pitches, and he broke his K record. Beautiful. 0-1 pitch, and just like that, Wilson singles to right. Come on, Vargas. How you going to end up having 1 good pitch and then give up a single? Come on. Next up is J.J. Bleday. Now we're going to need a punch out and a double play, or a double play and a punch out. I don't want to see them even get to 3, 4, or 5. Let's see if we can keep this lead. Nice job by Jacob Wilson. He's actually had a very productive series against the Mariners in all 3 games. All right, let's see what J.J. Bleday will do here. Hopefully not homer or get a big RBI. And Blade singles to center. Jesus Christ. Back-to-back singles? Pull him. That bastard. We try to give you a goddamn compliment, and I even throw your photo up, and you give up 2 singles? You bum. Jesus. Next up is Daryl Hernandez. First pitch from Vargas to Hernandez. Big swing and a miss. 0-1 count. I mean, I know we're up by 10 runs, but, you know, it's just a matter of fact. I mean, when you're playing well, you want to continue to play well. You know, you don't want to have just some guy come in and shit the bed, and then all of a sudden it's 11-6 in like 5 minutes, you know. I don't want to have a goddamn meltdown here. 0-1 pitch. Low and at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike from Vargas to Hernandez. 1-1 pitch, fouled off, high and inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Vargas to Hernandez. Yeah, we got the Padres at home for 3, and then we also have the Padres on the road to finish the Vetter Cup later. So we'll see how it goes. You know, more than likely, realistically, we'll probably only win 1 game out of 3 unless we win tomorrow. Then we'll have a chance to win 2 out of 3. So, and if we win the first 2 games, then we can talk about sweep, but probably not likely. 1-2 pitch and wild pitch. Great. Now runners advance to second and third. Pull him. And of course they won't. They're like, we're up 10 runs. Fuck it. Let him suck. But that's, you know, you don't want to see Logan Gilbert have fucking 13 Ks and have some bum come in here and just shit the bed. 2-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. And there's the punch out on Hernandez. 1 away. Down goes Daryl. See ya, Daryl. Top of the 7th, 11-1 Seattle. Runners at second and third with 1 out. Come on, Vargas. I even put your photo up, damn it. Next up, Willie MacGyver. First pitch to MacGyver. Fouled off right down the middle. 0-1 count. Fuck no, not put Sauce in. Sauce is fucking terrible too. Hell no. Sauce is goddamn terrible. He might be from the Pacific Northwest, but he's shitty. 0-1 pitch, big swing and a miss. Low and at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes from Vargas to MacGyver. Top of the 7th, 11-1 Seattle. Even MacGyver's got Northwest ties. I think MacGyver went to UW. Yeah, he's from UW. Crazy. 0-2 pitch, fouled off, high and inside. No balls and 2 strikes from Vargas to MacGyver. Top of the 7th, 11-1 Mariners. Runners at second and third. Logan Gilbert getting a career-high 13 Ks. And MacGyver with a single. Jesus Christ. Wilson scores. Blade to third. Runners at first and third. Now it's 11-2. The comeback is real. Come on. All right, we got to 100 likes. That's a lot better than whatever we're seeing from this motherfucker. Next up is Brett Harris. First pitch, high and inside, 1-0 count. I mean, at least we got rid of Dylan Moore, but, you know, we already got rid of Kowar and Legomina. I mean, it's like, and then a lot of our good, you know, guys in the pen have been struggling. Brash, Bizzardo, Spire, Munoz. Like, you know, how many, it shows you how important having a good bullpen is, you know, and hopefully they'll address that. Like, if they end up grabbing a couple of free agents in the offseason, I better see fucking pitchers, you know, bullpen pitchers specifically. We don't need any positional players. We got guys in the farm for that. And we got pitchers in the farm, but they're more starting pitchers. You know, we need bullpen pitchers, either starters, you know, that get moved to the pen, or guys that are normally pen guys to replace all the shitty ones that we have. 1-0 pitch, high and inside, 2 balls and no strikes from Vargas to Harris. Yeah. Well, he doesn't try to hit him. That's how he pitches. He's wild. So when he pitches against a right-handed batter, it almost hits him in the face or in the elbow, almost every time. Like if you go back and watch Vargas pitch, he's not a dirty player. It's just that he's so wild that a lot of those pitches end up almost hitting the batter or hitting the batter. That's just his kind of style. 3-0 pitch. Oh, look at this. Oh, beautiful. A walk. 4-pitch walk. Oh, bases loaded. After we were up 11-1 and Cal Raleigh broke a record, Logan Gilbert broke a record, and now Carlos Vargas is just trying to shit the bed. Golly. This might be the last time you ever see this photo on the stream, ever. You motherfucker. Like, what are they going to do? Hit a grand slam right now? It's going to be 11-6? Jesus Christ. Next up is the former Seattle Mariner, Luis Urias. I mean, imagine if we were only at like 4-2 right now, and like the game could be threatened right now. I mean, there's no words of encouragement that you can give him. Hey, guess what? If you're Woodworth, you suck, dude. We have no faith in you. Get a fucking haircut. Work on your fucking game, bastard. Bases loaded. 11-2. Top of the 7th with 1 out. I mean, again, if I've seen a little bit more consistency out of this guy, but again, this guy doesn't deserve to be on our team. I wouldn't even want him on our AAA Tacoma Rainiers affiliate. I mean, just dump him. Dump him just like how you dump fucking Dylan Moore. See ya. First pitch, takes a strike, looking right down the middle, 0-1 count. I mean, I know Marine Bean, you don't like Gino and you got something against him, but this guy's a lot worse than Gino. 0-1 pitch, low and away, 1 ball and 1 strike with bases loaded and 1 out. And again, people are like, well, you guys are still going to win. But that's, but again, well, imagine if the score wasn't at 11. You want to be able to have guys that play well. And, this is definitely the worst player on our team right now since Dylan Moore is no longer on our team. 1-1 pitch, big swing and a miss right down the middle. 1 ball and 2 strikes with bases loaded and 1 out. And instead of worrying about the future, we got to worry about right now. Urias, the former Seattle Mariner, in the box. Vargas on the mound. Like, way to spoil a great day from Cal and from Logan Gilbert. Come on, man. Top of the 7th inning, we're up by 9, but again, with 1 swing, that could be all erased. 1-2 pitch, low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Vargas to Urias. Urias in the box. Vargas on the mound. Thumb guard fell out of the mitt for Cal Raleigh. Vargas pitching so shitty, it's going to injure Cal Raleigh. Good job, Vargas. It's like we already got 2 home runs out of Cal. The last thing that we need is for him to get injured. I couldn't even imagine being a catcher to a pitcher like that. Top of the 7th, bases loaded, 1 out, 11-2, Mariner lead. Now let's not ruin this amazing day. 2 home runs by Cal, breaking the home run record. Oh, Jesus Christ, and he hit him. Holy fuck, pull him. Jesus Christ. And that brings in a run, and I hope he's okay. Jesus. And he's not a dirty player whatsoever. He just can't pitch, and I hope he's okay. Hit the bricks, dude. And, the last thing that we need to be labeled is a dirty player. Jesus. Hopefully that didn't break his wrist. Luis Urias. I mean, when you just know. We may not see this photo ever again. You stink, dude. Got him clean on the wrist as well. Hopefully it's not fractured or shattered. Urias is pretty tough, though. All right, now the comeback. Obviously, we had an 11-1 lead, which was great. And now in a matter of about 5 minutes, now it's 11-3 with bases loaded. Shea Langoliers gets up there and hits a grand slam. It's 11-7. I think we've already seen enough about 5 minutes ago. Next up is Shea Langoliers. And they got Bizzardo warming up, which they probably should have went with him anyways. First pitch from Vargas to Langoliers. Pitch right down the middle, and they won't even give him a strike when it's right down the middle. Right down the middle, called ball, huh? Is that how we're going? Literally right down the middle, and they called it a ball. They're like, this guy stinks. We're not even going to give him a strike call when he pitches it right down the middle. Oh, my. 1-0 count. Get Langoliers out, damn it. 1-0 pitch. And Langoliers grounds out into the double play. Throw to first, and got him. Unbelievable. Great defense by the Mariners, bailing out our worst player on the team, Carlos Vargas. Boo! And hopefully former Seattle Mariner Luis Urias' wrist isn't broken. Prayers up for him. I got a little bit more love for him than I do for this guy right here. All right, let's see if we can get some of those runs that we gave up back. Let's see if we can get one or two. Next up, 1 for 2 with 2 runs and a base on ball, Jorge Polanco. Batting second, 0 for 2 with a run and a base on ball, JP Crawford. And batting third, 1 for 3 with a run, 2 RBIs and a K, Victor Robles. And I wonder if Estes is still in the game or not. See if they'll make a change for him. Estes' ERA is 12. Is that good? I mean, if he ends up retaliating and hitting Robles, someone's getting knocked out. All my friends say Vargas is Bootios. Yep, agreed. And I better not see Estes hit Robles. I'm going to be pissed. Would Estes be that stupid to do it with all the eyes watching? You better not. You better not. Bottom of the 7th inning, 11-3 Seattle. Estes on the mound still, I believe. And Robles will be up in this inning. Take a snapshot. Dirty, dirty player. It's crazy, too, because we don't really have, this kind of issue with this team. This is the first time that we've had this kind of problem. Normally it's with the Angels or the Rangers or the Astros, not with the Athletics. But I guess there's a new thing that can happen on any given day, I guess. A few more subs. Bottom of the 7th inning, 11-3 Seattle. MVP, baby. Let's go. First pitch from Estes to Polo takes a strike looking low and away. 0-1 count. And it's not like Estes is like Vargas where he can't hit the strike zone. So you can definitely tell it was intentional on trying to hit Robles. There's certain guys that just can't hit the strike zone and they just have high velocity and they're just all over the place. But Estes has control. So when he ends up hitting someone, it's on purpose. Estes on the mound. Polo in the box. All 11 runs within the first 3 innings. A 1 pitch, big swing and a miss, low and away. No balls and 2 strikes to Jorge Polanco. Gained another sub. 65 to go. 21,600. Oh, easy. Ken Griffey Jr., my guy. I mean, when you meet him at 7 years old when he's a rookie, there you go. And you get the autograph, and I still got it to this day, baby. Best autograph in sports, Ken Griffey Jr. 0-2 pitch, and Polo flies out to right, and that is 1 away. But I have a lot of love for Randy Johnson, Edgar Martinez, Ichiro, Cal, and Julio, as well as a few others on this team as well. Victor Robles. I mean, there's so many guys on this team that I like, but I mean, if I had to, keep it to a certain amount, and there's a lot of the role players that I loved back in the day, John Olerud, Jay Buhner, Bones, Tino Martinez, there's a lot. And then King Felix, Kyle Seager, Raul Ibanez, Nelson Cruz. First pitch from Estes to JP, fouls it off right down the middle. 0-1 count. Let's go, JP. Estes on the mound. JP Crawford in the box. 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. High and away. No balls and 2 strikes to JP Crawford. Come on, JP. O2 pitch in play. And slow dribbler and grounded out to second. Throw to first. 2 away. Okay, here we go. Everyone get on the edge of your seat. Joey Estes, who has been targeting Victor Robles since last year, he got hit 5 times out of 15 at-bats. And again, depending on what happens here, we could have a fight. Hopefully not, because we already have a suspension, already kind of waiting in the wings for Victor. 10 games, hopefully it goes down to 5. But if he gets hit here, obviously they've already coached him up to not charge the mound or throw the bat, but we'll see what happens. First pitch from Estes to Robles, low and at the knees, 0-1 count. I don't think Victor's going to get a pitch where he'll be able to hit it out of the park. I imagine some of these pitches are going to be, kind of questionable, but it would be great if he hit a home run off the Estes, though. Dirty-ass pitcher. Bottom of the 7th, 11-3 Seattle. 0-1 pitch in play and flies out to center, and that is out number 3, and that is probably a good thing. More pitches could lead to him getting hurt, so. He was already in from the last inning, so it's not like he purposely got in for Victor. And now, if they would have done that, then it would have really made me nervous, if they would have made the change for Victor. But, the Athletics are not a dirty organization. They just have a dirty player that has some kind of, hate towards Victor for whatever reason. It's not like Victor is a dirty player. So, all right, let's go to the top of the 8th inning. Glad that Victor didn't get hit there, so we don't have any extra drama. We're up by 8, but we should be up by 10. And let's see who's up next here for the A's. And hopefully we don't see this guy ever again. Next up for the A's, 1-for-1, Colby Thomas. Batting second, 0-for-3 with 3 Ks, left fielder Tyler Soderstrom. And batting third, having a magnificent series against us, 2-for-3 with 2 runs and an RBI, Jacob Wilson. He may not be doing what Trey Turner and Francisco Lindor as a leadoff hitter did, but shortstops lately against the Mariners have been killing us, right? Francisco Lindor killed us. Trey Turner killed us. And Jacob Wilson has been doing very well. The only difference is Jacob Wilson's not a leadoff hitter. Top of the 8th inning, 11-3 Mariners. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 125 likes. 70 away on the Dono train, and we've already gained 10 subs. Let's see if we can get to 15. They're bringing in Cole Young and a few others. Sauce is coming in. Jesus Christ. Just when you thought that the misery wouldn't end, you go from one shitty pitcher to the next. Holy hell. Sauce. Golly. First pitch from Sauce to Thomas, a double. Golly. Golly. I'm sick of this. Sauce, you stink. Next up is Soderstrom. First pitch, takes a strike looking high and inside. A 1 count. Hopefully the score isn't 11-5 or worse by the time this inning is over. Top of the 8th, 11-3 Seattle. Sauce on the mound after coming in for Vargas, like the 2 worst players on the team. Awesome. But at least we get Cole Young in the game. 0-1 pitch, low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike to Soderstrom. 1-1 pitch, fouled off, high and inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Sauce to Soderstrom. Top of the 8th inning, 11-3 Seattle. Sauce on the mound, Soderstrom in the box. 1-2 pitch, low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Salcedo to Soderstrom. Interesting. All right, give me a second. Let me make an adjustment here. 1 sec.
Okay, can you guys hear me now? Let me know if you guys can hear me. I had to reboot it here, so I think it might be a streaming program error. But let me know if you guys. I think it was either on YouTube's end, or on my streaming program. That usually doesn't happen, so we good? Well, okay, we're good. Music is good, and you can hear me. And how does my voice sound? Does it have an echo, or does it sound normal? Because again, when it echoes, that means I got to reboot it again. But if it sounds normal, then we're good to go. But anytime you hear like an echo when I talk, that means that the microphones need to be rebooted. So. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can listen to myself here. Hello, hello, hello. I'm going to turn the music and see if I can listen to myself here. Yeah, it's a little echoey here. I'm going to reboot. One sec. Okay. Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? Okay, I think it's good now. I just try to listen to myself there. I think we're good now. And while that streaming program had some bullshit going on, I see that we are at 11:04 now, so I apologize for that. But I think let me know in the comments if my voice sounds better, because if it sounds distant, as Cal gets one into play and singles to right. Yeah. But again, anytime it has an echo, that means that the mics need to be rebooted. First, the program had to be rebooted, and then now the mics, I think. So if it's good, give me a little message here in the chat. Let me know if everything is good now. Good? All right, perfect. I'm going to put the music back on and let me know if you guys can hear that too. Are we good to go? Sorry about that. That wasn't on my end. That was on the program's end. Next up is Luke Rayleigh. And Jacob Wilson grounds out to second. Thomas scored, making it 11-4. Well, we had some issues with the program. I apologize. And hopefully the music and my voice, everything is good to go. And Rayleigh grounds out to second. Raleigh to second. And that is 2 away. Let me listen to myself to see how it sounds. I'm going to turn the music off so I can kind of listen here. All right, let me hear you. Let me hear what I sound like here. Let me hear. Yeah, it still sounds a little off. It still sounds a little off. All right, one sec. I don't know how many times I got to fucking reboot this thing. How many times I got to fucking.
Okay, I think we're good now. Actually, whenever it ends up doing that, I have to reboot everything. All right, hold on. Okay, I'm listening to myself here on the other program, and I think we're good now. All right, yeah, because again, when it has the echo, that means that the microphone uh, ends up going to like the microphone through the computer, and it's not picking up the actual mics that I'm using. So I think we're good now. But I don't. That was something through the streaming program and YouTube. So I apologize for that. That wasn't anything that I did. And let's get back to business here. See if we can score a few more runs. Bottom of the eighth, 11-4, Seattle. Estes on the mound, Donovan Solano in the box. Let's go. Technology, huh? Sons of bitches. Trying to fucking call this goddamn game. But we're good now. Luckily, that didn't last too long. I just have to diagnose, the program, the microphones, and then I got to go through the settings. So. Pitch fouled off by Donovan Solano. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Estes to Solano. 11-4, Seattle lead. In play, and Solano fouls out to first, and that is out number 3. End of the 8th inning, go to the top of the 9th with a 7-run lead. As far as like the expansion of possible new teams and whatnot, I mean, there's a few cities that'll be in the running, Portland, Nashville, and a few others, but I kind of like the way that it's sitting now. But again, if they move it to like Angels, Athletics, Portland, and Seattle, hell, we're going to win the division for the next 50 years. I don't know if I want that, I want to have some competition, but, it is what it is. Let's see who's up next here for the Athletics. And then again, if we have any other issues with the music or my mics, let me know, and then I'll reboot it again. But I think we are good to go at this point. So, yeah, I got a gig, so it's not my internet. It's either the streaming program, StreamYard, or YouTube. So it's not ever going to be my internet. Top of the 9th inning, 1 for 3 with an RBI, catcher Willie Magava. Batting second, third baseman Brett Harris, 1 for 2 with a base on ball and a K. And batting third is going to be Seattle Mariner former player Luis Urias. Hopefully his wrist isn't broken. Well, if they're going to attempt to throw him back out there, he should be all right. But at least now you guys know when it sounds fucked up and, things got rebooted and it's not, synced, that it'll sound weird with an echo. And that's exactly when you know it's not right. So, but we should be Gucci now. And batting third, Luis Urias. 0 for 0 with an RBI, and he got hit by the pitch. Well, I'm glad that wasn't a problem that lasted, like the rest of the stream and whatnot. So I'm glad we got it diagnosed and figured out. Let's finish strong. Top of the 9th inning, 11-4 Seattle. And they still got Sauce out there. Holy hell. Really? Even the stream didn't like the idea of having fucking Vargas and Sauce come in. They just fucking tried to exit out of the stream. AI, they're like, we don't want this. We've seen enough of Sauce. Too much Sauce. And then the whole program fucking collapsed. 0-1 pitch in play. And MacGyver grounds out to the shortstop. JP throw to first, 1 away. Or that's Cole Young. Nice job, Cole. Next up for Sauce, in the 9-hole, third baseman Brett Harris. One 1-0 pitch, takes a strike looking right down the middle. 1 ball and 1 strike from Saucedo to Harris. 1-1 pitch, fouled off right down the middle. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. Top of the 9th inning, 11-4 Seattle lead. Are you talking about like the photos that I use for the stream? The HD 4K photos? 1-2 pitch, fouled off, high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Sauce to Harris. One-two pitch, big swing and a miss, and look at that. Sauce actually can get a K, something that Vargas can't, I guess. 2 away. Next up for Sauce, potentially the last out here, Luis Urias, the former Seattle Mariner. First pitch from Sauce to Urias, low and away, 1-0 count. Well, I guess it's good to, have something, malfunction so that way you guys know, the difference of when it sounds, through the microphones or the microphone through the computer. Big difference. Microphone through the computer, even though my iMac is, like top of the line, it's not the same. So 2-0 pitch. Low and away, 3 balls and no strikes from Sauce to Urias. .30 pitch, takes a strike looking high and away. 3 balls and 1 strike from Sauce to Urias. Oh, you're talking about the cards on the side of the stream. So the thing is like, I'm kind of an old soul and an old school guy. So I wanted to be able to kind of incorporate, baseball cards from back in the day, whether it be from like the 50s, the 60s, and again, I went through many, different photos to be able to line them up. And to make it look good, and try to, layer up stuff. And I even tried modern day cards, but it just didn't look good, and you have to be able to find the right alignment so I can, do the scoreboard and everything else. And out of, doing research on the internet for hours, this was one of the only ones that I thought that looked good and it fit. And it kind of reminds me of like the Top Heritage look. And that's why I ended up choosing this image. So, and Langoliers grounds out to the shortstop. JP is there. Cole Young, and that is out number 3. There we go, baby. But again, I don't really have a whole lot of background with the cards. It's one of those options that actually looked good and fit, and that's why I chose it. So, but there's not really a backstory, with the cards. So, I just like old school baseball cards from back in the day. So. Final score, Mariners 11, Athletics 4, which should have been maybe 11-1. But hell, when you end up bringing guys like Vargas and Sauce, at least Cal Raleigh ended up breaking a record, which was amazing to see. Logan Gilbert broke a record as well. So at least we ended up seeing some magic out of our 2 studs. And when the Mariners win, you know what we do. Astros lose, Mariners win. It's a good day. 2 games back. Final score, Seattle Mariners 11, the Athletics 4. And when the Mariners win, what do? We fucking dance. Mariners win! Mariners win! Mariners win! Fuck yeah! No, those aren't cards that I own. Those are, those are just cards that I was able to find that I could use for the stream. But yeah, those aren't specific cards. And if I owned certain cards, obviously I probably would have ended up putting, other individuals up, because I would assume most people have never even heard of any of these guys. But it's just the fact of, doing something kind of throwback and old school. So love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. Shout out for Captain stepping up in all days absence for lead mod. Shout out to Kevin, Reflect, Kevin, Reflect, Captain, Marley, Six Face, and Kevin for the Dono Train. Appreciate you guys very, very much. And great to be able to see here Cal in the post-game interview. And not only tying the record of Salvador Perez, but breaking the record. And then maybe tomorrow against the Padres, we'll see him hit number 50, hopefully, as they try to dump him here with the Gatorade. And let me give you the times as we go into tomorrow. So let me take a quick peek here. So we're going to be live tomorrow at 6:40 Pacific against the Padres, the first part of the Vetter Cup. And we're 70 and 61. We got our 70th win. And it's going to be Sears versus Bryce Miller tomorrow at 6:40 Pacific. So definitely excited, for the opportunity, and hopefully we'll be able to start off on a good foot after scoring 11 runs in the first 3 innings. 70 wins tomorrow, baby. Let's go. Absolutely. There we go. Appreciate you and your hard work. And again, final score, Seattle Mariners 11, Athletics 4. And I got one question for you. Who talk sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Tridents up. Go M's. Cal Raleigh, Logan Gilbert, you're a beast. Tridents up.